Kuzuzangpo, I am Yudub Gelton, and this is the weekly magazine program Bhutan This Week. Our top stories this week. His Majesty the King joined the people of Lokchina Gyok in Chukha to celebrate Dasai. Bhutan's economy grew by 5.4% last year. And 4 more offences have been listed under the offence and fine schedule of the Waste Prevention and Management Regulation 2012. His Majesty the King joined the people of Lokchina Gyok in Chukha to celebrate Dasai. His Majesty also granted an audience to hundreds of people gathered to welcome and meet the King.
Upon reaching Lokchina, His Majesty the King was welcomed by the Hindu Pandits and was offered traditional flower garlands. His Majesty attended the prayers followed by Tika ceremony. As it was an auspicious day for the people of Lokchina, His Majesty exchanged Tika with the Pandits and granted Tika to the people gathered at the ground. People expressed their joy and excitement to get an opportunity to celebrate Dasai with His Majesty the King. Dasai is one of the most celebrated Hindu festivals.
Every
year we will remember this special day where we receive Tika directly from His Majesty the King. This is truly auspicious because we get to see His Majesty the King in person. I am sure this is the happiest day in the lives of those who are here.
Raja Tika si vila ani ibdalu khongi ngemale gab snale shu bebe bedo ngemale bewachin te derina ba deri bewdadi ngadarim pochi sho ngisube na jenna digibe Raja Tika se chunai ti nam same ngachigi miser tonthale chi dina zombe tisu kairagi kewa bomdira zamle tentigi inse shunila
ngachigi gelpogi smudojum ngachelo kidu disiga leshumbe jini nami same shem gai shersunila.
Addressing the people, His Majesty said that it was important for the Bhutanese to remain united and live in harmony so that the future of the country continues to be secure and peaceful. His Majesty reassured them that their difficulties and kidu would continue to receive His Majesty's personal attention. His Majesty also granted Tokha to the people in the afternoon. Various cultural and entertainment programs were performed, adding color to the festivities. After the public celebration, His Majesty spent the rest of the day visiting the people in their homes till late in the evening. His Majesty spent the night camped in Lokchina. Yesterday, His Majesty, accompanied by Her Majesty the Gyaltsen, met with the people of Samphilin Gyok. His Majesty interacted with hundreds of people gathered and granted Tokha to the people. His Majesty the King, who is on a royal tour, granted land kidu to the people of Chukha last Thursday. Compiled for Setin Dupchu, Tanden Finso, BBS News.
Prime Minister Tshering Topge completes the 19-day journey from Gasa to Sefu in Wangdi Phodrang in 9 days. He met the people of Laya and Lunana in Gasa and also visited 4 other gyoks in Wangdi Phodrang.
Prime Minister Tshering Topge walked more than 12 hours every day in the thin, crisp mountain air to meet the people of Laya and Lunana. It is the Prime Minister's first visit to Lunana.
Naragi
kamagi ko medogi ta Mrs. Chikatewa tap bodalu.
After walking for long distance and looking at the places, I could feel the challenges faced by the people here.
kongi dungesu kadebe yebina lejime hakwe seshuni digeya mase de nalu sane lunanalu de da tazugi sane indra besichiru lakhotosagi sane indra.
Despite Lunana being one of the remote regions in the country, I not only see the obstacles but also opportunities here.
kadebe yebina de ngaragi de lejime noksutani topchi seshuni.
While in Laya, the Prime Minister presented plans and progress of the developmental activities in the Gyo. He encouraged locals to use greenhouse to grow vegetables to achieve food self-sufficiency. People were asked to avail themselves the loans from BOIC to start businesses in the area. People in Lunana Gyo were excited as the Prime Minister promised to airlift a power tiller in November for the farmers here. The Prime Minister also said people could use the helicopter as a mode of transportation after paying some amount. The Prime Minister also urged the people to increase their agriculture produce, enhance business and improve sanitation among others. With this tour, the Prime Minister completes his visit in 41 Gyogs. Sonam Penjo for BBS News.
The assistant principal of Yebelavta Middle Secondary School, who is under police custody, has confessed to the murder of a 13-year-old student. He admitted of strangulating the girl to death with the help of a hand towel. The incident happened on 16th of this month. Medical examination ruled out signs of a sexual assault. In the morning of 16th September, the assistant principal had asked the deceased girl to lock his house, and while returning the keys, he had told her about an illicit relationship between her father and his wife. Later, when she went to the assistant principal's house pleading for an evidence of the illicit relationship, the incident happened. The assistant principal has been charged for voluntary manslaughter. Bhutan's economy grew by 5.4% last year, showing an improvement compared to the previous year. In 2013, the gross domestic product was recorded at 2%. The growth in GDP was contributed mostly by the services sector related to tourism and hotels. According to a press release from the National Statistics Bureau, total GDP size increased from 105 billion neutrum in 2013 to 119 billion neutrum last year. While the share of agriculture to the economy has decreased in the past 15 years by more than 10%, the manufacturing and services sector recorded an increase. Electricity and water supply, which has a 14% share of GDP, registered negative growth of about 3% last year. An untimely rainfall and hailstorm caused damages to over 10 acres of paddy fields in Bidunggyog in Tashkang last week. The paddy fields in lower parts of Bidunggyog were affected the most.
People in most parts of Lower Bidung depend on paddy cultivation. After many months of hard work, the farmers were ready to harvest their paddy in a couple of weeks' time. But an untimely rainfall mixed with hailstorm on Tuesday evening shattered their dreams of a bountiful paddy harvest. The farmers were expecting a better paddy harvest this year. In Jiktum village alone, the hailstone damaged over 3 acres of paddy fields belonging to 8 households. 59-year-old Karma from Jiktum is one of the affected farmers. A widow and a mother of 3 children, Karma is the only one in the family who works in the field. And after so much of hard work, she lost all her paddy to the hailstorm. She says she is devastated by the damage.
I have been crying till yesterday. It is heartbreaking because firstly it is difficult to get labor to work, and then we have to work hard day and night to protect the crop from wild boars. And now when it is ready for harvest, there is nothing left now. I cannot even sleep.
Karma added that there might be others who might have lost hundreds of acres of paddy to the hailstorm, but to her, the loss is heartbreaking since it is her main source of income.
I don't have any paddy to harvest now. I was expecting a good harvest this year. There is not even a single grain to harvest. Till now, I have protected my paddy from the wild boars. I have worked hard because I don't get money to buy the imported rice. I teamed up with my neighbors to plant this paddy since I am alone.
As per the initial report compiled by Bidung Geok Agriculture Officer, over 10 acres of paddy fields belonging to 134 households were affected by the rainstorm. Most of the paddy fields, however, suffered minor damages. The other villages affected by the hailstorm under Bidung are Saling, Todom, Kakaniu, and Tsekhar. The report has been sent to the Dzongkhag administration and has been forwarded to the ministry. The detailed assessment of the damage is currently underway. According to Dzongkhag agriculture sector, the compensation, if given, will depend on the severity of the damage. So affected farmers like Karma will have to wait until the detailed assessment is over. Compiled for Chiche, Pemanamge, PBS News, Kanglung.
Bumthang and Trashyangsi must maintain the age-old traditional architectural designs for all times to come. However, Bumthang is finding it difficult to do that. With uniform designs of schools and health centers prepared by the ministries, preserving traditional architectural design in the Dzongkhag is a challenge.
This is the hostel in Jakar Higher Secondary School, constructed in 1996. Officials say the hostel does not fulfill the basic Bhutanese traditional architecture. The main problem with this structure is the roofing. Following this, the officials objected the design for the new girls' hostel, which was constructed last year. With prior permission from the Education Ministry, the Dzongkhag engineer modified the earlier design for the girls' hostel. Even after discussing in several Dzongkhag Tsokdu, the issue was once again discussed recently. According to the Dzongkhag engineer Yishe Dorji, it is not a problem with the private constructions but government structures.
The ministry should give an extra attention to, especially for Bumthang and Trashyangsi, because these are the two Dzongkhag that has been following the architectural features, and that has till date it has been maintained, preserved in the Dzongkhag. So the ministries should give some extra attention while designing the buildings, and they should not compare with the rest Dzongkhag where they do not maintain the architectural features.
According to the local leaders, Bumthang being a major tourist destination, it is important to maintain the proper traditional architecture designs while constructing any structures in the Dzongkhag. Compiled for Komal Kharka, Sringdama Gyaltsen, BBS News.
Some Bhutan National Bank clients using the Bhutan Financial Switch Service claim that unauthorized withdrawals are made from their accounts while using ATM facilities. There are instances of more than 1,000 Neutrum being debited from their clients' account.
Some of the BNB clients said a few Neutrum gets automatically debited when they try to withdraw money from other banks' ATM using BNB ATM cards. While for some, it has taken months to refund, there are others still waiting.
I went to withdraw money from BOB using my BNB ATM card, but it did not work. The next day, when I went to withdraw from BNB ATM, I found that 1,800 Neutrum was debited from my account. When I went to the BNB office, they asked me to go to Bank of Bhutan. From there, I was again asked to go to the BNB. After filling up the complaint form, they told me that the debited amount will be refunded within 2 to 3 months. I called the bank often to check the status, but they didn't respond. It's been almost 11 months now.
I tried to withdraw 1,000 and the money did not come out. And the next day when I went to BOB and I withdrew from there, my account was already debited the previous year. So on Monday I went to BNB and lodged a complaint and talked with the official there, and she said that it is very difficult. I think she said like it's not certain whether we will get the money back or not, and even if we get, she can't exactly say how long it will take.
Last time, okay,
Last year, when I went to BNB ATM to withdraw using the bank's ATM card, 1000 yetum was debited, and when I went to lodge a complaint, they said they'll call me. I waited for their call, but they did not call me, and I still haven't got my money back.
I didn't get money back.
With my BNB ATM card, I tried to withdraw from BOB ATM, but it didn't work. When I checked my account, 3000 yetum was debited. When I complained, they told me that I will get it within a month, but even to this day, I did not get the refund.
The managing director of BNB, Kipchut Sering, said if a client faces any discrepancies during transactions, the client should consult the bank immediately.
There could be problems. Anybody who is using the other bank's ATM from another bank's ATM, there are problems. If they take it up immediately from both sides, I think it should not be an issue. But then if people come after 6 months, then it could be a problem for us to even authenticate.
The bank said it takes a maximum of 1 month to refund their clients' money. However, the confirmation has to come from the bank whose ATM was used for the withdrawal. As of now, the bank has 4 such cases pending. Tamchisam, BBS News.
As hygienic as it might get, chewing doma can also prove to be an expensive habit. Smearing lime or spitting doma juice in public places is now an offense. This is as per the amended Waste Prevention and Management Regulation 2012.
Thereafter, if you chew doma, you have to be careful, because if you are caught smearing lime like this or spitting doma in public areas, then you'll be fined Nutam 100 by Thimpu Thomde. Similarly, if you are found pasting posters or stickers without approval, then you will be also fined Nutam 500. 2 more offences have also been listed under the Offence and Fine Schedule of the Waste Prevention and Management Regulation 2012. People found openly burning construction or municipal waste will be fined 1000 Nutum, and failure to clean the area after organizing a program is an offence liable to a fine of 5000 Nutum. The changes were proposed by Thimpu Thomde and approved by the National Environment Commission. It will be implemented from next month.
I think the rule is not one time. It has to be amended. Amended, improved as per the requirement and developmental needs. That's why while implementing the waste regulation, which was approved in 2012, we felt that these 4 components were very important to be as a part of the rule. That's why we have approached the NEC. So to implement this rule, first we are going to issue a notification. And after notification, then our inspectors will be briefed accordingly.
The initiative has received a warm response from the general public.
While chewing doma, if there is excess lime in it, then people just smear it wherever they feel like. This makes the walls and pillars dirty. So if they are levied a fine, then I think they will be careful. I am a caretaker of this building and the owner wants to take care of the building's cleanliness. But it's difficult to monitor all the time. So I think such an initiative will help us.
The problem of tsune smearing and doma spitting has always been a challenge and has been an eyesore to all the infrastructure that we see around us, including poles and pillars that you see just behind me. So this is definitely a very good initiative by the Thomde. The rule was much needed, and it's a good initiative, but however, implementation I think is going to be a challenge. You'll always have to have somebody to keep an eye on the people, and if Thomde can do this, this was much needed.
People can also lodge complaints with evidence to respective Thomde if they see people committing such offences. According to the National Environment Commission, 50% of the penalty amount collected from the offender will be given to the informant. Sringdamar Galson, BBS News.
Druk Air, the national airline, is still examining if the entire domestic airport infrastructure in Gyeonggi are ready for flight operations. The Department of Air Transport said they informed the national airline a few months ago that the airport has been certified for flight operations.
The national airline acknowledged that the Air Transport Department has given a green signal to start flight operations, but they justified that they have their own internal requirements to meet before operating flights, especially in terms of infrastructure. Druk Air officials shared that it is important to see if luggage carriers and terminals are enough for flight operations. Until all these examinations are over, Druk Air will not be in a position to say when the flights will be operated to Gyeonggi. The Air Transport Department said the airport has been well built. The government has spent more than 200 million Newton for the construction of the airport. Although the inaugural flight was launched in October 2012, commercial flights were never operated except for few chartered flights during tourist season. The Air Transport Department said the terminal was quite far from the runway, which was inconvenient for passengers. Nevertheless, a new one has been built near the runway now. Pemal Haden for BBS News.
Bhutan will soon have a proper documented archive of the cultural heritage in the country. Towards this, for the first time, the Home and Cultural Affairs Ministry is conducting a national archive survey.
Officials from the Archive Division of the Home and Cultural Affairs Ministry are currently in Pumthang meeting the local Gyeok officials, senior citizens and caretakers of the Lhakang and monasteries as part of the survey. They carry out audio and video recording, photography and digitization of the rare and valuable texts, kashos and poems. They are also documenting local folk songs, marks dances and religious interpretations. Chief Archivist from the ministry, Kinzang Dalek, said as of now, Archive of the Cultural Heritage is not organized under one roof. He said the documented heritage will be available in the Archive Division for researchers, filmmakers and study purposes. Further, to strengthen the archive system, the Archive Division is also planning to encourage youth to take up similar research and survey.
These days, we have many unemployed youth with university degrees. So if they can carry out surveys or research about our cultural heritage, then it will help them to get employment opportunities. Also, for the ministry, we can get people to do the job. Each individual can pick up a subject and come up with volumes about it.
So far, the survey, which started last year, has been carried out in Samrupjonkar and Pemagasal. Compiled for Komal Kharka in Pumthang, Sringzam, BBS News.
That's all we have for this week. Have a happy weekend.